Today, I'm going to teach you exactly what you need to do to get an A in your accounting class. Welcome to Accounting How To. I'm your host, Carolyn Grimm, and that is my sidekick, Terrence. We're here to put the fun in accounting fundamentals. Now, I'm creating this video for accounting majors specifically, but if you're not an accounting major and you still want to get an A in accounting, you're welcome to stay and play along. I don't discriminate. I mean, Terrence wasn't an accounting major, and I still hang out with him. So here's the thing about accounting. Accounting is a language, and the best way to learn a language is to immerse yourself in it. So if you want to learn Spanish, you go to Spain and you spend a semester or a year, and you really start to learn everything you can about Spain and about how to speak Spanish. It's the same thing with accounting. If you immerse yourself in the accounting world, you really start to understand it better and better. The second thing is, when you're studying, don't study to memorize, study to understand. Because accounting is a system, it's a structure. And once you understand the basic structure, you're going to be a lot better off than if you just tried to memorize debits on the left, credits on the right, debits on the left, credits on the right, right? I mean, what does that mean? So if you study for comprehension, to understand how accounting works, you're going to do a great job. And I will put some links to videos in the description to help you out with that. The third thing is test yourself on accounting terms. If you come across an accounting term and you're like, oh gosh, I don't quite remember what that is, look it up. Don't skip over it. Look it up and go, oh, right. That's a thing and that's a thing. Because when you look it up, you're reinforcing that knowledge. The next thing is to practice problems over and over again, right? If you really want to know this stuff, keep doing problems. Go to the back of the book. There's usually like a problem that you can work through that will have the answers there as well. And you can work through and see what you got wrong, check the answers, go back, fix your mistakes. So once you really start to practice, you're going to get better at it, just like learning Spanish, right? And the next thing is to really understand the relationships between the financial statements. So the income statement, when you get to the net income line, that's going to carry over to your statement of owner's equity, and the information on the statement of owner's equity is going to carry over to your balance sheet, and then you're going to carry things over to your statement of cash flows. So there's a particular order to things, and that relationship is really important because it helps you to understand the whole picture better. Another thing that you can do, and this is really kind of fun as you start to really understand accounting a little bit and then you understand it a little bit better, what you can do is you can go to any company that you are interested in. If you like Amazon, go to Amazon's investor website. If you like Pepsi, go to Pepsi's website. Whatever companies you're interested in, go to their investor website or just Google the name of the company and annual report. And in those annual reports, they're going to have their financial statements. So as you start to really learn accounting and you start to look at those financial statements, you really start to understand what that information is going to be used for. So you'll be able to look at the income statement for any company that you can get the financials for, and you can look at it and say, okay, that's their revenue, and this is their cost of goods sold. That's what their profit is. And you can see on the balance sheet, well, there are their assets and there's the liabilities. And it really helps to build your understanding of how the information gets used at the end. The next thing you can do is to start to look for ways to apply the concept in the real world. So for example, if you're learning about depreciation, you can look around you wherever you work or going into a grocery store or a restaurant, you can look around and you can start to say, okay, that's a fixed asset and that's a fixed asset, and those are things that are going to get depreciated. And some of them may get depreciated using straight line depreciation. Some may be depreciated using double declining balance depreciation. So that helps to kind of cement things in your head that this is what it's used for in the real world. Another thing that you can do is you can ask your accounting professor lots of questions, not just about accounting, but about being an accountant, if they are an accountant, or what they liked about learning about accounting, what they found hard about learning about accounting. Those are things that can help you understand better. And it also, by the way, helps your professor understand better how to teach accounting. You can also talk to accountants that you know. Everybody knows an accountant or a tax preparer or a bookkeeper, and you can ask them questions as well, because everybody likes to talk about what they do. And as you start to have those conversations, first of all, you're building a professional network, which is really handy when you go on to a business career or an accounting career. Those relationships are really important. But you also get to see what it's like in real life to be an accountant, a bookkeeper, a tax preparer. And that's really helpful. And you can ask them questions about what they found challenging about learning accounting. It helps, again, to reinforce in your brain what this information is going to be used for and what the skills are that you're going to get from learning accounting. And the last tip that I'll leave you with is go to YouTube and watch as many accounting how-to videos as you can find. You could even find a channel, perhaps, that's called Accounting How-To that has a lot of helpful videos. So I hope those tips are helpful to you as you strive to get an A in accounting. And as always, if you have questions or you want to ask this accountant questions, feel free to drop a comment in any of my videos. I always check my comments and I will get back to you with an answer. Until next time, stay balanced, my friends.